Mm, 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 mm. Dun, 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 dun. Ah, boom, boom. Dun, 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 dun. All right. What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Killer K, aka K Live in Ability. Tell me how you feeling. Also known as your Celestial Empress or Empress or Emperor, whatever you prefer. We're about to get in this channeling today, y'all. It's juicy. I'm hearing juicy fruit. Dun-dun-dun-dun. Juicy. Ay. Dun-dun-dun-dun. Okay. I don't know. That juicy biggie energy, okay? That's what I'm picking up on. I don't know. For some of you guys, juicy fruit. Some of you guys are eating more fruits. Anyways, if you're new to this channel, do not forget to hit the subscribe button with the post notification bell so you don't miss when you get Cisco live. If you're not new, welcome back. Come on, come all, have a seat. We're about to get this shit popping. It happens every time. So we're in the midst of a big ass Jupiter-Neptune conjunction with Venus in Pisces, okay? Venus in Pisces, Pisceana. All right. And Jupiter in Pisces, and then obviously Neptune in Pisces as well. So we have a major conjunction happening at this time, you guys. It's about to go down. It's going down. It's going down, down. Now, I kind of want to address a couple different energies with this because there's a lot of energy taking place. Some of you guys have felt it. I'm getting also the weather is going to start to reflect these changes. There's going to be like a hazy, misty rain or a dreamy rain. So one of those like rainy days that's just like, I want to chill in the house and download some codes into my DNA. Like it's the perfect time to do that. Maybe snuggle up by my motherfucking tetrahedron, like fucking you guys, it's one of those things. Like, so some of you guys may be investing in spiritual devices. I don't know. I just heard spiritual devices. It could be crystals. It could be other devices that spiritualists use to really do justice for their downloads and integrating the information that we're receiving. I feel as though for a lot of you guys, both spheres of your brain are starting to have like neural synapses or some shit. Like it's going off. Your left and your right brain is talking to each other like crazy. So I feel like this is bringing on this energy of there's some shifts that are happening. I'm just saying like that. There's some shifts that are happening. And I feel like these shifts are being ushered in by the celestial bodies and they're being gate kept and kind of protected and like perpetuated by these celestial beings, okay, the ones that inhabit these celestial bodies. So there's a lot of information coming through. There's a lot of things that are being downloaded into your subconscious. Pay attention to your dream space right now. Pay attention to what you're seeing, what's around you, because we're in these conscious waters. We are in these living waters. Like the energy is very live and living right now. And so when we talk about, consciousness and water, we're being able to really fine tune our frequency to be able to attract to us what we desire. And that's going to be happening very rapidly. So it's going to start to feel like you're dreaming while you're awake. So you're going to run into certain things, oddities, situations, things like that that are going to feel like, or I'm also getting here too, you could have memories that you thought were dreams or dreams that you thought were memories. Okay. You're also going to be getting some of your past life memories coming up here as well. So there's a lot of energy governing us at this time. We have more energy than we can really, like, we have more than enough. We're very abundant. Some of you guys are going to tap into lifetimes where you didn't have to work for shit. You was very abundant just by being exactly who the fuck you are. And that is coming into your current reality as well. There was a lot of information that I received, but that's just the overall general energy of what I'm receiving here. Now, these ancient keys, okay, these keys, I'm trying to tell y'all, we have the gatekeepers, we have the ley line protectors, we have those that know about the 7 seals of the earth, okay? And it's that energy that's coming back in again with those 7 seals. That's what I'm picking up on. Some of you guys are going to start relocating and migrating and moving around and not understanding what drew you to a certain area, yet you feel magnetized by that area. I'm also hearing too that there's going to be certain minerals or molecules in your body that are going to magnetize you to certain places, that these places are energetically calling out for you through the form of like ancestors, through the form of like certain projects, certain things that really enhance you, but also bring into attention your purpose. So things that bring up passion in you, you're going to start to get towards areas that bring up passion in you, and you're going to figure out why you were in that area or what that area was calling you for. I'm also hearing euphoria, but I'm not talking about the TV show, but I'm hearing literal euphoria. Okay, so there's going to be women that experience giving birth and feeling euphoric. Like there's going to be reports of women coming up that they're going to start feeling euphoric when they give birth. It's not going to be that same old story, but you got to pay attention. All right. I'm also picking up too that there's going to be a new drug that's being created, a new psychedelic spiritual drug that is either being discovered or being created, manufactured here. So be aware this could be coming out in the next 10 years, or this could be something that's popular in the next 10 years. And it's not going to be like a fentanyl type situation. It's going to be like a psychedelic drug. Like we found this psychedelic plant, or some sort of plant medicine is going to get really popular in regards to new age plant medicine. What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? What's up? What's up? What's up? My bad, y'all. I'm just channeling. So we're going to get deeper into these ancient keys because I also feel like this leads us into some of the light and dark energies that we're going to be seeing here. All right. I'm about to spark up, y'all. I'm over here pushing P. I keep it so P though. That's the thing. Yeah. Some of y'all are going to take on these. I'm seeing a lot of like queen pins in the building. Like a lot of women are going to be running notoriously known male dominated arenas when it comes to cannabis industry, when it comes to any other industry. Street pharmacy is what I'm hearing. Okay. It's going to be like, okay, you got to talk to the big boss. And they like, who's the big boss? And it's a female. Okay. So I'm just saying, like, let's get it. Okay, I'm also picking up here too, like, you guys, these ancient keys are being unlocked within you. And I'm also hearing that spirit wants you to start meditating and focusing, like really intentionally use your powers. Like, for example, I have this crystal right here. Like literally meditate about moving objects with your mind or whatever your powers are. If you're an earthbender, if you're an airbender, firebender, whatever, because I feel like some of us have been exercising our powers and not doing it intentionally. And it's time to intentionally do this now. Like that's what I'm picking up here. That you're gonna start to notice that you have powers. I'm not even playing. And they come in different spaces and places, y'all. But the powers, I hear the powers that be. Yeah. The powers that be here. So for some of you guys, just focusing every day on something that you're focusing every day on one of your powers, if you have more than one that you want to work on, is going to be very important to accessing and unlocking these keys, because I'm seeing it's this energy of creality. So it's not no longer reality. This is where we're entering into new dimensions in this very moment where we're going to start experiencing creality, which is create your own reality, obviously, and creatrixing. So there's no longer that energy of having to be confined by a matrix. You're creatrixing. So you're creating and tricking the matrix at the same damn time. How about that? That's the energy that I'm picking up on. That we are really in a sovereign space here. And that's what I was kind of like saying in my other lives about sovereign feminine, sovereign masculine. These energies are not the same as they were with divine feminine and divine masculine. You're entering into a whole new space of existence on a collective scale, like upgrades, like literal fucking upgrades. Like you're going to start to change. Your face may start to change, the way that you talk. You may not have an accent. All of a sudden you have an accent. You may have an accent. All of a sudden your accent go, like it's that kind of energy where you're creatrixing here. Again, I talked about people connecting to their mother tongue, because when you connect to your mother tongue, or when you connect to your closest ancestors' mother tongue that you can access, right? Then you're able to start speaking things over your life in the language that was created for you to speak things over your life, not in the energy of the English language where there's all types of spells and mysticism and all this other bullshit around it. So when we're really talking about getting into these energies, it's not about trying to find the next newest thing or trying to be a part of the next collective of motherfuckers that want to go into the metaverse, which I'm going to talk about that too. But the energy of going back into your ancient future, that these codes were already here. You just had to know how to use it. You just had to understand. And then now you can upgrade in regards to mentally upgrading, spiritually upgrading into your super consciousness, and then going back and using those tools. and that creating a greater effect around your reality. These are things that we're starting to learn right now, or things that we should be studying right now if we're not starting to learn them, okay? Because this is going to bring about an energy of powerful change. And a lot of people have been saying this and preaching this and trying to get others to understand what's happening, and other people ain't with it. And that's where you see the split. That's where you see the split of 3D, 4D, 5D, and then the emergence and recognition and kind of like taking the mask off of the 6D, 7th, 8th, ninth, and 10th trimensional energy. That's how we're rolling. Like, we are not doing no other lower vibe. Like, that shit has been, the timelines have been collapsed, bro. The 4D has been collapsed. Like, in another parallel universe, that shit does exist, but here it doesn't. If you're here, if you're here. If you're not here, then maybe, yeah. But if you're here, that should exist. The intensity of being able to communicate and being able to use your emotions without having to verbally speak, but being able to send emotions, like that shit right there, that's really understanding that you're part of the collective. So collective mind is activating through these upgrades, you guys. All right. And so we're going to talk about these metaverses, because when we talk about creality and creatrixing, see, then you take the power back. You take your power back from being subjected into a reality almost involuntarily, although it was very voluntary. And you take back your power of feeling as though, and fielding your energy to be as though you have no power. When we say creality, that takes a whole nother spin. It doesn't sound as daunting. It doesn't sound as obligatory as reality. So when you crealitate what you're doing, right, what you're thinking, what you're feeling, you can field a whole reality from that. Almost like the game The Sims, okay? When you're able to create the house, you can buy a house. Yeah, you can buy a house that got furniture in it, or you can literally create your own house, like out of the energy that you already are sustaining within yourself. And not everybody gonna feel that shit. And that's okay. Not everybody's supposed to feel that shit. Let them motherfuckers catch up while you light years ahead of that ass. You feel me? And it's not about ego at all. It's just about when you're ready for the upgrades, you have to go full force into what you are being presented and what you are able to receive and perceive. Because if you don't, then you subject yourself back into a reality, but it's almost like you created that within being subjected to it. You chose to be subjected to it. So you're going to see a lot of people saying, fuck this shit, fuck this 9 to 5 shit, fuck this systematic bullshit, fuck trying to fight for the bullshit ass rights that they ain't telling us about that we even have in the first place. Bullshit. Like, you're going to start really understanding that there's a whole new reality that you can create. And certain energy around that is going to be beautiful. Certain people are going to be like, the G's, the real G's, they move in silence right into these realities. Some people are going to make a ruckus going into these realities. Some people are not even going to get to these realities, okay? So you're having an energy of creality. Create your reality. Not just create what you think or whatever, like create your reality. Create your new persona. What do you do in this new role that you have? Because we ain't even in these roles that we used to be in no more. We're stepping into whole new roles. And some of these roles involve our ancient future, things that we have already mastered, that we're coming here to implement, to stitch the fiber and frequency of the collective consciousness together so that we can unify together, because that's what it's all about. Yeah, we got chosen ones. Yeah, we got the ascended masters. It's time to weave that whole shit together so that the ones who are choosing and willing and able-bodied can get into those realities, right? By creating it. So, right, and then we have creatrixing, and this is something that is really important too, because when you realize that you're doing the energy, when you realize you're in the energy of having a creality, then you have to create tricks. And the reason why I say that is because you have to be able to go, of course, you're creating your own reality, but you're still within the realms of what you're already dealing with here in the simulation. So you can actually use codes, right? Thoughts, symbols, whatever code emerges from you in whatever way it chooses to express itself. You can use these codes and you can debug your reality and then override the code that has already been put in place in regards to the simulation. But the thing about that is you have to be responsible to know what you're doing. So what this looks like, quite literally, is jumping timelines. Some of you guys are going to realize that jumping and hopping into portals is easy as just making a different decision from one that you were used to making, aka breaking a pattern. Okay, that's how you debug some shit. That's how you recode some shit. You make a different decision than the decisions that you have generationally been making, because that puts you into the psychosis. And shout outs It's a pretty blind eyes because she about to drop some fire. And I'm not even gonna give that shit away, but she about to drop some fire. Anyways, yeah, so that energy of that psychosis, when you are consistently choosing a pattern that your ancestors have done, which may not be an uplifting pattern, it may be a destructive pattern. Okay, the way that you reverse that shit, flip the mix and reverse it, is that you have to jump into another portal of an alternate timeline of if your ancestors made different choices and were consistently implementing them. It's like that. It's almost like hopping over into another lane when you're on the freeway. You're going to get where you have to go, but there's a parallel in that. You could stay in this one lane, you can go over here. You can also weave in and out that motherfucker. And some of you guys are going to realize that from April all the way to August. And I totally get it. This whole year is loaded with codes and powerful activations as well. Like we've talked about the Jupiter Saturn conjunction in 2021 at the end of 2022, at the end of 2022, going into 2021. Then we had another Jupiter, I think it was Jupiter, yeah, and Saturn conjunction yet again. The first one was in the sign of Aquarius. Aquarius was like, hey, what's up with it? We need to be elevating and ascending because this is my age. So, hey, Jupiter, the sign of growth and expansion, times Saturn, the sign of governance and kind of doing things accordingly, institutions like organization. That shit gonna start getting real funky over here. Like Aquarius got some different ass ideas, and it's not just about building technology. We are the fucking technology. Build yourself. These motherfuckers out here building robots and shit. You are the fucking avatar. You're not a robot, but you are the avatar. And you can accept and do and consciously assist your physical body in accepting these upgrades. You can assist your spiritual body in accepting these upgrades. But this is going back into ancient future energy. And when we talk about that, you have to go tap back into what you were doing in your ancient future. That's why I love the term ancient future because it really brings out tridimensional energy. The 369, you feel me? 36912. You feel me? Like it really brings out the energy. So this is what we're going to be experiencing. Time is going to start to speed up as well. And time, we're going to realize that time only speeds up and slows down based off of our collective awareness of an event or something that we are wanting to go towards or either stay away from. So collectively, if we are wanting collectively to experience what it's like to teleport or whatever, if we are collectively getting more involved in things of the supernatural and things of the cosmic intelligence, right? The cosmic oceans, the cosmic sequence, right, of events. When we start waking up in that way, we can actually use our consciousness to get us to certain events on timelines because time is not real. It's just the event that's in a sequence of what's going to happen first. And it's all based off of probability. And the probability is based off of our free will. So, how are we using our free will to get to positive events in our timeline as a collective, to jump into those healing timelines or jump into those timelines where we've already healed, right? And what is the work that's required of us? Do we understand what we need, right? Some of you guys are going to be craving more naturopathic ways of existing, including with medicine. Like some of you guys are going to realize that medicine is very powerful. And when you're taking certain medicines that are not sourced correctly, they're improperly sourced to harm you. That's when you have to realize, let me get aligned with some properly sourced medicine. Like, where did this come from? What is the energy of this medicine? Whose energy was around this medicine? You get me? Like, that's going to be very important here. I'm hearing health in 2022 is going to be important. And this is putting us into those ancient healers and shamans coming to really bring forth their gifts and really bring it out of them what they are here to do. So a lot of people, I'm telling y'all, it's gonna be people y'all gonna see that claim to have amazing ass abilities, and they may not even say that shit. They may or may not say that shit. You're gonna see that. They're gonna see that. I'm hearing the Most High is saying, I'm gonna make a believer out of them and you. I'm gonna be using you to make a believer out of them and you. Period. 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 Some of you guys are going to be getting a lot more channels from your ancestors. Your ancestors are going to start speaking to you through you. So if you're recording yourself, documenting yourself, journaling, whatever, your ancestors are literally coming through from old time, like from time, you get me? From other timelines, writing to you through you. And when you go back and read it, it's like, this is a message from my fucking ancestors from way back in the day. My tribal folk, my indigenous folk. Like, They're coming through very heavily, very clearly at this time, speaking and speaking loudly. So make sure to give your kudos to your people who be working on your behalf every freaking day, protecting you, making you healthy, telling you what remedies to mix together, telling you how to do certain things, or putting the imprint for change and renewal. Like, and I'm not just talking about your ancestors, like the ones that, but like your ancestors, the ones that had to birth new planets and populate and generate new celestial bodies, and that have done that and been there and live to tell the story and are regenerating that energy with upgrades into your DNA. Like, that's the kind of energy I'm talking about. We really got to understand that and what that means, because that's not to be taken lightly. Like, your ancestors left the genetic DNA that's being awakened in you, but you have to understand what the key is. And you are also the key. You're unlocking yourself, but you got to put the key in the right sequence. It's a very, like, it is what it is. It is what it is. So we have that energy. Again, like I said, powers are coming in. Things are coming into fruition pretty quickly here. Um, I'm also picking up on this ascension. Like, we're gonna have some heavy ascension symptoms as well. So you could get like vertigo. Vertigo could be an ascension symptom. There could be like feeling queasy, like you're going to faint. I'm seeing like a room spinning. I'm getting, for some of you guys, you're gonna really start to embrace your powers, and that comes with side effects. So some of you guys are gonna get energy surges in your hand. Your hands are gonna get hot all of a sudden. For some of you guys that are healers, some of you guys are gonna get like kind of like headaches, but it turns into lightning. Like, it's like you have to understand it comes with different, like, with different energy. Some of you guys are going to realize that you can change the weather. Some of you guys are going to realize that you can feel like when something's about to happen as far as earth wise, like you're in a certain area and you can feel Mother Earth saying like it's about to be a hurricane or some shit. So some of you guys have different senses. Really tap into those senses. And I also feel like there's going to be the normal symptoms, fatigue. There could be like heart palpitations. There could be back pains. Lower back pain is what I'm hearing, and middle back. Your arms are going to be, it's like your body is going through this training here. For some of you guys, you may experience flu-like symptoms. It's not the flu. All right. And some of you guys may experience like guttural symptoms. So you may, okay, I'm hearing too, some of you guys may get bouts of anxiety really quickly, or adrenaline really quickly. Like your adrenaline's gonna rush for no reason. I'm hearing like adrenaline spikes. That kind of, or adrenaline storms is what I just heard. Okay, adrenaline storms. Some of you guys know how to make storms by your adrenaline. Okay, that's what I'm hearing. Some of y'all know how to manipulate the clouds. Okay. I heard cloud people for some reason. I heard cloud people. Some people may be seeing cloud people. I don't know. That's very interesting. Yeah, the water consciousness also, I feel like some of you guys are going to be really getting reached out to by beings that live in the water. And when you understand what's in the water, like what is inside the water, when we talk about like aliens and outer space, and outer space is no outer space than the big blue sea, because they don't know what's down there. Those are the real aliens. And when you really kind of go deeper, like I feel like somebody there's gonna, I'm hearing like some scuba divers, or oh shit, fuck. They said scuba divers are gonna go missing. There's gonna be a group of scuba divers. This could make like really big news. I'm hearing there's gonna be a group of scuba divers that go missing, because I'm hearing water portals or water tunnels. Damn. Yeah, I feel like these scuba divers, I'm hearing four and I'm seeing four men. It could be three men, one woman, but I'm hearing four men. A group of four is going to go like disappearing, is what I'm picking up on. And I'm seeing them rush through like a portal and be like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I don't know how to really say that, but that's what I'm picking up on. I feel like these scuba divers could have been scuba diving to find some sort of sunken ship, and this is where they find this portal. Okay. It's very interesting. It's somewhere around the Bermuda Triangle. Okay. I'm hearing Cuba specifically. But anyways, yeah, I'm also hearing the Indian Ocean as well. I just heard the Indian Ocean. Okay, that's interesting. I am picking up the consciousness too of these creatures, like I wouldn't say creatures, but these etheric beings, such as, you have your wolves, you have your dragons, your phoenixes, you have different beings that are coming towards you to integrate with you. These are like light codes that are being, so they're talking about the Diamond Dragon Order. Some of you guys are part of the Diamond Dragon Order. Okay. Some of y'all is part of some other orders. I don't know what y'all got going on. I'm just talking about the Diamond Dragon Order. Okay. I'm hearing Dionysus Order as well. Dionysus Order, the Order of Dionysus, and Euclideus or Eulutus or something. Euclideus or Eulutius or something like that. Eulutus or Euclideus is what I'm hearing. But yeah, anyways, so yeah, the Dionysus order. I feel like there's going to be like these creatures that are coming towards people. I don't want to say creatures, but etheric totems, etheric energies, etheric mystical creatures that are going to start really presenting themselves, because there is disclosure that is happening and is going to continue to happen within the collective. And it's not just going to be like, you're hearing in the news. It's like these energies are going to present themselves and show themselves, because they have been kind of in other realms being able to see us, but us being oblivious to them, right? So that's going to be something. So you may see more things like there's sightings of mystical creatures, or whatever the case may be. That could also be coming into. Now, I'm also picking up too on these underwater energies and how they're going to be interacting with you. So for some of you guys, you could get like dreams of these underwater creatures, like these underwater people, underwater civilizations. Some of you guys are getting memories from Atlantis and Lemuria. So some of you guys are literally getting contacted by those trimensional energies that are still living in Atlantis and Lemuria. And that's crazy. I got a notification on my phone when I said that. So that's definitely confirmation. You're getting definitely just the wisdom, a lot of this energy, like major upgrades. I'm just saying. And I feel like I have to break this video down a little bit more in different parts and different segments. So yeah. I also feel like there's this energy of like, it's so much to talk about here, because there's also these sovereign unions that are taking place as well, with like to create God. Oh shit. Okay, got you. So I'm hearing like I'm hearing the closer I get to you, the more you make me. Yeah. Damn. So I'm picking up this energy that, like, for some of you guys who are encountering divine unions or in divine unions, I said divine. Some of y'all are in divine unions. Okay. So spirit is also saying, like, be aware of the divine unions, because they also have karma attached to them. When we talk about sovereign unions, you're coming together to be a sovereign. So you've already integrated both parts of yourself in order to be around another whole part of themselves being. Then you become sovereign. Like you're a sovereign being that comes with another sovereign being, and you create a God body. So that's kind of the energy that I'm picking up on. But it's kind of giving me the energy that your power, how you're going to know that you're getting closer to your person, or that someone is your person, is that your powers are going to start to really like take off. Like if y'all are together, lights are flickering. You may have energetic surges. You may notice weird things, like y'all can, like, weird shit is happening. Like you guys are able to consciously say that the weather is going to be something, and it actually give me like that kind of energy. You guys are going to be able to command the winds and, hold the sacred fire energy and things of that nature. I'm trying to tell y'all, that's how you're going to know you're with your sovereign, ultimate soul partner. So that's kind of like the energy, y'all. Like I'm just trying to tell y'all may not know what I'm talking about, may not feel it, may not understand it. But what I'm picking up from this is that those who know. Not everybody's going to have that type of sovereign union. Those are like very sacred. I'm hearing sacred order. Yeah, those are very sacred orders and sacred unions. So not everybody's going to have that. But we're getting into some of those energies, and it can look however it's going to look. But those are some of the signs. Like your powers are going to start enhancing. Some of you guys may get heart palpitations. Your voice could be changing. That's how you're going to know that you're getting closer to a sovereign soul partner. All right. Yeah, it's getting real interesting. Some of you guys may take on their attributes. So if your face or your body or your hair may change based off of your partner, like y'all getting into formation almost to be able to come back into union. So that's a really interesting energy within itself as well. I'm gonna break that down. I feel like this is just an overview, y'all. This energy I'm picking up on is just an overview. I'm gonna have to break all these separate things down separately, sold separately. But ooh, I know how the saying really goes, but I'm hearing the game is not bought, it's sold. The game is not bought, it's sold. So I'm picking up like some shit gonna be popping up with some celebrities. The game is not bought, it's sold. You gotta sell yourself out to get the game, to understand the game for those who are doing it that way. So there's gonna be some whistleblowers coming out, some like conspiracy information, new conspiracy information coming out about certain people in the industry. All right. Or there's people possibly around you that have sold out to the game. Sold out to the game. Because you can't buy that shit. You can't buy. It's sold. SOUL apostrophe D, like sold. Anyways, that's that on that. With that, but when we get into those darker energies, right? Like we spent some time talking about the light, but now we got to get into this darker energy. So there are some darker beings here around that are being purged. Okay, so you're purging yourself of dark energies, low vibrational energies as you ascend into these higher realms and into this creality, right? And this is going to be where that shift can get a little rough for some because there is going to be a need to be boldly who the fuck you are without anyone's approval, without any care about these dark energies and what the fuck they're doing. Like, you get me? You have to be fearless in this shit. You have to be, so a part of this ascension initiation is that you can't be no fraidy cat trying to ascend dimensions and tap into parallel universes. You can't be no fraidy cat. You can't be afraid or scared or fearful of any motherfucking person but the Most High. You get me? The Most High Creator source. So you need to know where your sources are and what's like, are there tainted sources that you're mingling with? Is there tainted energy that you need to purge out of your source? Like, what's going on? Because your source should give you the ultimate courage to do what the fuck you need to do, especially in this life, especially within this time, like in this period of events that were really like happening. So yeah, there's a lot of energy of, there's going to be dark energies that come up against you. There's going to be people, things, places, watchers, all that shit, all those other fake ass societies that are trying to emulate the real celestial beings, these stars that are trying to emulate and pretend to be celestial beings, celestial black suns and central suns. And okay, like, yeah, we're gonna break all this down. This video is gonna be like a multi-part video because we really got to dig into what the fuck is happening right now. But yes, there is going to be spiritual attacks. There are going to be certain things that happen. It comes with the initiation to higher realms. You have to be able to shed those lower realms. And sometimes that looks like doing something, a certain thing, or being in a certain position, emanating a certain amount of light, having certain practices that other motherfuckers are not going to like. And they are going to try you. That's okay. Know who the fuck you are. Like, you can't, you get me? Like, you got to be able to be real tapped in. So we're definitely exploring some scorpionic energy as well, when it comes to that, exploring those darker spaces so that we can really get a picture of what is being purged out. And we know how to monitor for when that shit is around us and other people. Because what's happening now is like these energies are expanding. Everything grows in the universe. Even the most dense fucking realities are growing right now. So that means that we're changing, right? Those energies that couldn't exist in the 4D and the 50 are now coming into the fourth and 50, which is why we're moving. Like, you get me? This is why we're elevating, because there's a clear shift happening. Um, and so some of these energies will learn through these battles that we have with them about the shift. That's their initiation, is going up against some light beings to learn about how they're shifting into lighter energy, right? or how to shift into lighter energy. Like sometimes you beating motherfucker ass because you teaching them a lesson. You ain't whooping ass for no reason in these realms. You whooping their ass because you teaching them motherfuckers a lesson about who the fuck you are and where they gonna fall in line at. You get me? Like you're putting these lower vibrational energies to work for you. And some people don't understand that. They don't know what that means because they think that putting somebody to work is just telling them what to do. Sometimes you have to initiate motherfuckers into how to service you as a celestial being, as a God body, as a sovereign. You gotta let motherfuckers know, hey, this is how you finna be running up in my empire, and this is how you're not gonna be running up in my empire. So this is your initiation. This ass whooping you getting right now, that's teaching you something, how to fuck with me or how not to fuck with me. Okay, like that's, I'm not gonna lie. So it's like you gotta be strong. Like some people ain't so we ain't, not everybody is warriors. I know I got warrior energy when it comes to that shit, but not everybody is a warrior. So I have to understand that as well. But yeah, some of y'all is G'd up out here. Some of y'all is warriors. And so these battles are initiating the use of your power. Now you're gonna have to ascend to higher levels of education and learning when it comes to spirituality, because now you have to know how to defeat other energies. Like you give me like you give me, so it all kind of works out for itself. Like motherfucker challenge you, well, boom, now you're gonna have to learn how to throw elbows, knees, and toes. You was just throwing hands before. Now you gotta throw elbows, knees, and toes on hoes. You feel me? Yeah, so that's the energy, y'all. I feel like this is kind of what I'm getting. We're creating our own reality, and that's going to look very beautiful depending on how we put the intention into it, and what we do to put the intention into it, what we tell our reality, how we tell it to respond to us by how we respond and assert ourselves. Then we got the energy of powers coming through. Then we got the energy of us being the technology and reprogramming ourselves. Then we got the energy of these sovereign ass unions and how those also activate the fuck out of us. And then we have those energies of motherfuckers that gotta learn how to get aligned. So that's just like the order of how this is all going. That's the cosmic tea. There's a lot of feminine and masculine energy in this. I'm gonna do a feminine masculine update here this week, but that's what I have for y'all. It's a lot of information. It's an overload. We are literally shifting dimensions. That's why things are feeling really different. Okay. Because while we're in these alternate realities, we also shift dimensions. So the last alternate reality that we had was 2020. Then 2021 was the aftermath. And now 2022 is another connection of an alternate reality to 2020. Right. Like we're setting things in place. We're really getting the energy in place here. That's why you're gonna feel like Tuesday is a Wednesday and a Friday was on a Monday. Like you get me? Because we're really feeling the energy and fielding the energy as a collective. Like we're playing with the matrix by creatrixing it. So that's what I have for y'all. I hope that y'all enjoy this channeling. I appreciate y'all for coming. I'm definitely going to give y'all that. I said divine feminine, divine masculine. See, it's even in my programming, like still fleshing it out, like the sovereign feminine and the sovereign masculine to create the God body. You see how it just kind of slipped out without me knowing it? So it's kind of like we have to be very aware of slipping back into timelines and spaces that we've already like upgraded from. You know what I mean? Being able to be sovereign. She says, I haven't been able to sleep, right? I'm able to stay up for 20 hours and have energy and get shit done. Yeah. 2020 was the beginning of the destruction of old timelines and systems, and 2022 was the beginning of the reconstruction period. Yep. Yeah, yeah. Gang, gang in this thing. Yeah. And these are like energies that we're putting in. Like when we're manifesting this, when we're speaking about our reality, these are energies that are going to be perpetuated. They're going to like ring because we're making new cycles. And these cycles don't happen overnight. They don't just happen in a year. These cycles could get implemented as late as 10 years because we're putting energy into it. Like the new things that we're working on, thinking about, and doing, that's going to come in physically. Like, the physical gets a little delayed when it comes to spiritual. So things happening on the spiritual realm may be happening right now and we can feel them, but the physical effects and aftermath ain't gonna be like till about 5-10 years later, possibly. It could even be a couple years, But that's what I'm picking up on, y'all. So, anyways, take care of yourselves, drink water, make sure you stay hydrated. I'm sending you guys love. It's your girl Killer K, aka K Love, and nothing like that. So I'm gonna get these updates for you coming up within the next few weeks. And you guys definitely take some time for yourself to integrate this energy. I appreciate y'all. If you guys want to book with me, check the description box below. It has my website, kaylove1132.com. If you want to email me about any of your experiences, you can also hit up my email. I appreciate y'all. I just hear it ringing in my right ear. So this is good energy. I hear y'all. I hear y'all's energy, and it's loud up in here. All right. So I love you guys, and I'll talk to you later. Peace.